Hey everybody, it's 1:47 a.m.
Eastern time.
and Georgia Special Runoff NBC projected winner Raphael Warnock. He is only the 11th black senator in United States history. They've officially called the election on the side of Raphael Warnock versus Kelly Loeffler. The Reverend has won, and let's see if it's on 202.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, absolutely. 202. That's 202. And let's see if they are also.
State of Georgia. And this is CNN.
CNN's going off commercial. Okay. So at any rate, as you can see, MSNBC called it before they did. In fact, I'm trying to look and see if there is a check mark. CNN does not have a check mark yet. So let's go back to MSNBC, where a check mark where they would say he's the winner. Right here, listen.
As we said, 7,500 mail ballots to come from Fulton County. We expect that to also benefit Warnock. Potentially votes in Chatham County, Savannah. The opportunity for him to build that lead north of 50,000 and putting it into a place, Lawrence, we were talking about this a little earlier, the decision desk is looking for, does a candidate get to a place where there just is no realistic way that the opponent, the trailing candidate, can get back in it? And Warnock is putting this race in a position now where there's not a realistic path for Kelly Loeffler, and also he's clear, critically 50.5 to 49.5.
What do you think, Mom? Yeah, Mom speaks for me.
It's a full point, and again,
The Lord is great.
that is why Raphael Warnock is now projected by NBC News to be the next United States Senator from Georgia. How about the other race?
Let's go back before because he had explained why MSNBC or NBC had projected him. So let's do that. We were so busy cheering. Unfortunately, folks, here we go.
Savannah, the opportunity for him to build that lead north of 50,000 and putting it into a place, Lawrence, we were talking about this a little earlier, the decision desk is looking for, does a candidate get to a place where there just is no realistic way that the opponent, the trailing candidate, can get back in it? And Warnock is putting this race in a position now where there's not a realistic path for Kelly Loeffler, and also he's clear critically 50.5 to 49.5, a full point ahead. He seems clear right now of that 0.5% threshold that could trigger a runoff. If the margin between these two candidates was a half a point or less, that's recount territory. It's a full point, and again, growing. It's a full point and growing. That is why Raphael Warnock is now projected by NBC News to be the next United States Senator from Georgia. How about the other race?
Before we get there, folks. Well, wait, hold on. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
DeKalb County has changed the leaderboard in the other Senate race. John Ossoff has taken the lead. Because of that big batch of votes we just got out of DeKalb County. The lead for John Ossoff now statewide in Georgia sits at 3,560 votes. Again,
what a jump.
The exact same story in the Ossoff-Perdue race. We got a third of the remaining vote, a third of the outstanding vote in heavily Democratic DeKalb County. 90%, more than 90% of the vote that just came in was for Ossoff. It vaulted him into a lead over David Perdue. We have been tracking this all night. Ossoff has been right on Perdue's heels for hours right now. We said we expected when he got that DeKalb vote he was going to have a shot to take the lead. He has taken the lead. Now, this is where it's important. What I was just talking about with Warnock and the possibility for Warnock to really put that over 50,000 potentially. The possibility exists here for Ossoff now to expand on this lead because, again, what we just got, I'll call it up on the screen here, what we just got from DeKalb County was a chunk of the remaining vote in DeKalb County, but it was not all of the remaining vote. It was about a third of the remaining vote. So again, there is still, this is early vote, it looks like it's about 90% Democratic. There are still plenty of more votes to come from DeKalb County that John Ossoff, you expect to win overwhelmingly. He just gained, nearly about 4,500 votes The margin just changed about 4,500 votes, nearly 5,000 votes. You know, that could, with these further updates from DeKalb County, that he could climb up to 10,000. He could climb over 10,000, maybe significantly over 10,000, with what is still to come from DeKalb County. On top of that, again, 7,500 mail ballots to come from Fulton County. Not going to get them till tomorrow. Not going to have the numbers released till tomorrow afternoon, but 7,500 mail ballots. Vote by mail is heavily Democratic generally. Fulton is heavily Democratic. Again, you expect from that 7,500, Ossoff will continue to build the lead. So he could get that well north of 10,000 with what's left in DeKalb. He could add further to it with what we get out of Fulton County when they release those mail votes tomorrow. Also, Chatham County, where Savannah is, we think there are a couple thousand votes there as well. So again, the opportunity for John Ossoff, I think one number that might be interesting to keep in mind here, Lawrence, is, you mentioned this before, Joe Biden's winning margin in the state of Georgia over Donald Trump last November was a hair under 12,000 votes. And maybe use that as a bit of a marker here as you watch the remaining vote come in from DeKalb, from Fulton. Is Ossoff going to get above that Biden margin from last November? If so, how significantly is he going to move above that margin here? So again, opportunity here for Ossoff now to build some kind of a lead with the vote that's yet to come. And again, for Warnock, I pressed the wrong button there, but for Raphael Warnock, you know, he's now trying to just run. I'm in Alabama. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here, Lawrence. For Raphael Warnock, he can just run away from Kelly Loeffler now. He's the winner, and just the question here is, how high is that margin going to get for Warnock?
And folks, that is why early on, people on Twitter called it early, very early, and that's why you see politics trending by Mitch. And when you click on the words by Mitch here, and there, like there, you find, it says, by Mitch, Mick Minority, it's finally time. And it's Katie Porter saying Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. And tell Donald I want him to know it was me. And that's Stacey Abrams dressed as if she were the Pope, I believe. There are a number of funny memes on here. And then, of course, there are others like this one with Mitch's, well, you know. And this one says, breaking live footage of Mitch McConnell watching his majority stripped by Mitch. And he's shaking his head like, no. Hello, beautiful blue Georgia. Scottson says, Mitch, by Mitch, I wanted you to learn this in Kentucky, but it ended up being Georgia teaching you this lesson. It's a good politics to get money to us, especially during a pandemic. That's the lesson. You took pride in single-handedly stopping $2,000. As a result, you lose, cash wins. That's a great place to end this segment of the video. As I've said to anybody, I've even said to Oaklanders who won their council races, who want to come in and rearrange stuff, just worry about getting money to people right now. Help them survive first so that you can enjoy the fruits of the labor of helping people. That's the bottom line. If people don't have money, they can't help you, and they can't help you get reelected because they wouldn't have any money to invest in you, right? But I digress. This is a time to celebrate because Raphael Warnock did something that many people considered impossible, right? What do you think, Mom? I don't know if you want to be on camera saying it or not, but
right now.
Okay.
But I really think it's great. I'm speechless, and I'm thanking God from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. I am really thanking the good Lord because He was so big in this one.
Can't end this without, of course, congratulating Stacey Abrams for all of her work and also the work of people that you don't know about, like Leonard Pressburg, who I met, who is the chair of the Fayette County Democratic Party and stepped down recently just because he needed to do work and take care of other things. But this man was constantly on the email and contacting people, reaching out. I video interviewed him here a number of times. He knows Stacey Abrams. There are large number of people here who have played roles, large and small, in making this happen, and I congratulate them all. And it's great to be here witnessing history with my mom.
Really?
Yeah. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.